Curran Bhatia here at Madison Square Garden. It's the official Mikaela Mayer versus Sandy Ryan press conference. We have a stacked undercard. Shu Shu Carrington in action. Xander Zayas in action. And Mikaela Mayer is the challenger in this fight, going for Sandy Ryan's belt. A little bit of bad blood there as well in terms of Sandy Ryan working with Mayer's own old team, So we're gonna talk to Mikaela Mayer. We're gonna talk to Xander Zayas. We're gonna talk to Shu Shu Carrington. We're gonna get you ready for this stacked card. Remember, it's all going down on Friday night, September 27th. Top Rank Boxing on ESPN. It's going down live at the theater at Madison Square Garden. Let's go inside. Let's get you some content. Let's get you some interviews. Curran Bhatia here with Mikaela Mayer. Mikaela, we know you're the challenger coming in on Friday night. We know the backstory about the team and everything. We heard it at the press conference. We saw you guys staring down. Seems some words being exchanged. Can you share anything that was said there?
I just told her Ann knew. Ann knew. She kept looking at her coach over there and said, he can't save you. It's all you in there, just me and you. So, nothing crazy, just that. But we're both game. We're going to go in there, and I'm leaving with the belt, and new. So I just reminded her.
You reminded her there. And one thing you talked about at the press conference, you're a throwback fighter in a way because you'll take on all challenges. You're talking about more fighters should step up and do that. I'm curious about also you're making waves here in terms of having the conversations, calling out your opponents, right? Building up the fight. And obviously the bad blood is real because we know the backstory, but I feel like that's also important. I'm curious if you think about that too in terms of the marketing of the fight.
Yeah, 100%. All this drama happened months ago. I wasn't gonna drag it into this. At the end of the day, I'm fighting, and none of this matters. All that matters is once you step into the ring and those gloves goes on, and it's just you and your opponent. And I know that, but this is also the entertainment business. People like a story, and I'm here to sell a fight. So I'm an open book. I let people in on the story. I didn't say any lies. I'm not talking shit. I'm just talking the facts.
Well, speaking of no lies and telling this story, we saw you up there. You pulled out the phone. You had the receipts ready. So I'm just curious. That must have felt good. She said one thing, and you said, hey, I got the receipts right here. That must have felt good.
I knew that was her whole thing. I kept seeing the interviews, leading up to this press conference, and her saying, I don't know what she's mad about. I'm training with Flick. But she openly admitted that she came here for Coach K. No one came here for Flick. Flick, like I said, he's never put on the gloves in his life. So, I know the truth. They're trying to gaslight me and trying to act like I made all this up. But I just had to throw that in her face and shut her up, which it did.
Well, you told her that, so let me ask you this. Let's turn to the fight for 1 second. In terms of size, we saw the stare down there. It's close in height. We know that this is your second fight now in a row at 147. She's campaigned at 147 for a few fights. So how do you think the size will play a factor in this fight? This is a welterweight title fight.
I've always been big for my size. Everyone, come on, everyone got on me about being a lightweight. Oh, I'm so big. Yeah, I know I was big. I should have moved up probably a little bit sooner than I did, but that's where my opportunities were. And for the last year, I've been slowly moving up. I took a fight at 35. I took a fight at 42. I fought Jonas at 47. So I'm not naive to the fact that it does take time to really build into that welterweight body after coming from a lightweight. But I did that. So know that I did that. I put that time and I did it properly. I worked with the right people to get that done. So if she's underestimating my size and thinking that I'm not a true welterweight, she's absolutely wrong. I should have been a welterweight a few years ago. Okay, so I finally have grown into this body and stronger than ever. And she knows. She saw me against Jonas. She knows I'm a true welterweight.
We know you can handle this weight class, so I know we got to wrap it up. Finally, you're headlining here. I'm sure that's a big honor for you on ESPN, on Top Rank Friday night. Your thoughts on headlining here and your prediction for this fight as well?
Obviously, always great to headline any card. I've had a rough couple of years with unlucky decisions, in my opinion, fighting over in the UK. So, it's great to be back in America. I told someone before, I don't really care what state I'm in. I'm just back in America, and that's all good. And I'm super grateful for this opportunity. It's time for me to show out. All the boxes are checked for me. Like, everything's in alignment for me to go in there and do what I got to do and take this belt from Sandy. So I just got to perform now.
It's happening on U.S. soil, Madison Square Garden, New York. Mikaela Mayer, best of luck to you. Thank you so much. I am Curran Bhatia here with Bruce Shu Shu Carrington, proudly representing Brooklyn, New York.
That's
and
right.
We have to talk about that because on BoxRec for a long time it was mislabeled. It's Brooklyn right now, right?
I lived in Westbury for like 2 years, and they said that my birthplace was in Westbury. Come on, y'all, Boxway, y'all gotta do right. Y'all gotta do me right.
It's right now. It's for the record. It's right now, so we're good. So you're only 27 years old.
Yeah.
You're actually starting off this card at 10:30 p.m. on Friday nights on ESPN Top Rank Boxing, of course. You've been on the main card before, but what does this mean to you? You're kicking off this card here in New York.
It's always special to have a fighter out here in New York. Obviously, just me being in my hometown, but it's the mecca of boxing. This is Madison Square Garden. This is where so many greats have fought, and to be able to have another fight here is a dream come true. You know, this fight is really special in its own as well.
So you have a chance here to get a silver title, right? Mm-hmm. This is a stepping stone to get a world title, which I'm sure is in your mind. So how important is that? Because that is the next level for you here.
This is very important for me as a short-term goal because there's been 7 world champions to come out of Brownsville, Brooklyn, New York. Yeah. And I will be the 8th to become that. So that's something that I've always thought about since I was a little kid. Yeah. But ever since, so right now, I'm just really focused on that. And I'm just really happy to be a part of this whole process.
I'm going to ask you one more question because I know the press conference is getting started. We're used to seeing highlight reel knockouts and knockdowns from you. Are we going to see that on Friday night against Segawa? We know it's a tough opponent. Are we going to see some highlight reel action here?
Come find out Friday. You watch it on ESPN or get your tickets, man. Come watch it. You'll find out.
There you have it. Bruce Shu Shu Carrington, best of luck on Friday night. Thank you for the time. Appreciate you. Thank you. Curran Bhatia here at the official press conference for Mikaela Mayer versus Sandy Ryan. Here with the co-main event headliner, Xander Zayas. Xander, always a pleasure. I feel like I've been following your career for so long. It feels like forever since before you were 18, but you're only 22 years old now.
Since I'm 16 years old when I first signed my professional contract. So.
Amazing. So this is going to be your 20th professional fight, 6th fight at MSG.
Yes,
now,
sir.
You're always knocking on that door in that co-main event. I'm sure main event ambitions are on your mind. Yeah. What makes this fight different than all the other times you've been here?
That I'm going to the second level of my career, fight number 20. You know, it's a special moment because you can only get one of fights that is number 20. Then you go into the 21s, 30s. And I'm closer for a world title. Yeah. So I'm excited for that. Really happy to be in this position. Yeah. And little by little, we keep accomplishing our dreams.
And you're taking on Sosa. This is the co-main event. So what do you know about your opponent? What do you expect?
Man, Damian Sosa is a Mexican warrior. I know he's coming to fight. He's coming to put a lot of pressure, throw a lot of punches. But we already made the adjustments. We had 10 weeks of camp. Yeah. We feel great. I'm in a good stage of mind, and I'm ready to put on a show like I always do.
You always put on a show, and that actually was my next question because, and no offense to anyone else on this card, but a lot of times I've seen your fight becomes the fight of the night in terms of the crowd support, especially the theater. It's an intimate venue. Yes. Are we expecting that again on Friday night?
I think you guys should expect that every time I step into the ring. Okay. But obviously here in New York, it's like you said, it's very intimate because of the theater. It's such a not small but not so big crowd where you can hear everybody chanting my name, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful to be in the city that never sleeps. And I'm excited. I'm excited for this one. I'm ready to put on a show like I said once again, and just enjoy the night.
So for us as observers, we see you in the ring doing your thing, and we hear the crowd chanting your name. And the more you obviously you've scored knockdowns multiple times here. When the crowd gets loud and animated, right? Us as observers, we haven't been in there. Yeah. You're feeding off the crowd, you're hearing the crowd. Like, what is it like in your head?
When I listen to the crowd, it's like, well, I probably did something good, and I know obviously because I'm in front of the guy, but at the same time, it's like, don't get over anxious, you know, don't walk into something that you don't want to, don't make a mistake, you know, stay focused, stay composed, and just let the job happen by itself. So overall, I try to feed off of it, but at the same time, not too much where I'm in dangerous situations.
Tell me about your relationship with New York and Madison Square Garden, because obviously you're representing Puerto Rico. We know about the Puerto Rican dance here. It gets loud. When Mark Chinook says, by way of Puerto Rico, everyone loses it, right? And so this is like, in a way, like, I mean, what is it like for you to fight here and feed off that energy in that crowd?
It's something like I can't put it into words. You know, it's something so special. It's meaningful because every time in it's a different vibe, but such great energy that it gets you going. You know, like you gotta be in the moment and you gotta live through that moment. So you can understand. You can understand what it feels like to be there. You know, like I can't put it into words, but it's just beautiful.
It's you know, you've achieved so much at such a young age, but I know you have a lot more to go in your ambitions. We talked in the beginning when you were first signed, one of the youngest ever to be signed with Top Rank, and you're achieving so much. Co-main event now on Friday night. What's the next couple steps look like? What's the next couple of years look like? Where are the goals at now?
The goals are to become a world champion at 154. We're really close in the rankings.
Yeah.
Now we're just knocking at the door. I feel like after this fight, I'll get another contender in line, and then start knocking my way into championship fights. I think that's the goal.
Is there a specific name or person that you have in mind in terms of?
To be honest, the division is red hot.
Yeah.
It could change in a matter of seconds.
Yeah.
So I can't tell you just one name. I would love to face them all. I would love to face the best guys in the division. I think I'm ready. But again, it comes with time. The division can change. I can today say, oh, I would like Virgil, but maybe Virgil is not the champion when it's my turn. So it's so many names that I cannot name you just one, but I would love to become a world champion in 2025.
So whoever's on top at that time, you are ready to challenge.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Ready to get it. So I know we're going to start the press conference. I'm going to let you go. Last question. Your official prediction for Friday night. Are we going to get a knockout? What do you expect?
I'm ready to go 10 rounds, brother. I'm ready to go 10 rounds if I need to. I'm ready to make the adjustments, but I'm going to come out victorious, which is the important part.
Xander Zayas, congratulations on everything. Best of luck on Friday night.
Thank you.
Always a pleasure. Thank you so much. And that brings us to the end. Thank you so much for being with us. We talked to Mikaela Mayer, who is challenging for the world title at welterweight. We spoke to Xander Zayas, Shu Shu Carrington. It's a stacked card, as always, here, Top Rank Boxing. On ESPN, it's going down Friday night, September 27th at Theater at MSG. Make sure you catch it there. Hope you enjoyed the content. Hope you enjoyed the interviews. Until next time, I am Curran Bhatia. Thank you for being with us.